Did you notice the woman washing Jesus' feet? She never asked for a blessing. She just looked there. And there that hypocrite, trying to make fun of him, degrade his character. That's what they were always trying to do. Make him look little. Something, well, you know, they followed him just to do that. They'd say, now look here, good master, we know thou art a great man of God, you fear nothing. Should we pay tribute to Caesar? See? All the things that, just trying to find something to blacken his name. Smut it. This Pharisee invited him down there for dinner. That denomination, knowing that they'd invite him there, they had an iron in the fire somewhere, as a gambler would say, a trump up his sleeve. They had something in common. When you see anybody like that hates you, your cause for Christ, then they bring it in. It's either to get a lot of money off of you or do something or use you in some way. They won't believe the message. They got you there for something else. You think that same Christ don't discern the same thing today? Certainly He does. But they brought Him in there and they said, now we'll prove it. Got Him back there and let Him come in stinking. Never washed His feet. Never made Him welcome. Sitting there and that, where they walk in them robes, you know, bringing that, where the horses and things that have been along the road in them days, them little trails, they all travel the same way. That big robe picking up that stinkness on Him and His stunk from the dust and things on the road. And old stinking like in barnyards and things. And that was all going to a guest house with them great big chenille rugs on the floor. Everything. They had some kind of an ointment. They washed their face and washed their feet and give them a pair of bedroom slippers like and set their sandals up. Then come in after he's all dressed and groomed and fixed his hair. You come in, then you meet your guest and then you greet them, hug them. They hug one another by the neck and kiss each other on the neck. See, like you seen Joseph and I a while ago putting our arms around one another, patting each other. And they kiss one another on the neck. But that Pharisee, after inviting him there, and there he was sitting back there, they never washed his feet. They never done a thing to him. Let him sit there to make fun out of it. But some poor little degraded prostitute with a few nickels that she'd earned out there in her ill fame of living, she seen him sitting there and the big tears rolled down her cheeks. She went out there and got an alabaster box with all the money she had. She slipped in some way and got back there. She fell down at his feet and she began to crying and her hair fall down and she'd cry and take her, they had no towel to wash his feet, and she'd taken this hair and wiping his feet off. What beautiful water for his feet. Tears of a repentant sinner. If he had just moved his foot, she'd have jumped up. She wasn't asking nothing. She just seen it need to be done. Can't we do that today? We don't ask nothing. It needs to be done. The gospel needs to be preached. Whether we get a penny or whatever, don't make any difference. I never took an offering in my life. This is a need. This is a call. Separating churches hate you and everything else and douse you out and just what few friends you pick up together. But it's a message. It's got to go regardless. I never put myself on radio and big television programs where I'd have to beg people for money. I couldn't do that. I want to be your brother. I want to go where God is 5 people here, go there. Go over here, there's 1 million. God will make the way for me to go. That's all. Just live it by faith. That's the way we all should be doing it. Thank God many of them are doing it, you see, the same way. That's true, they're doing it. Look at this little woman. Jesus never moved a foot. Look at this old Pharisee standing down there, said, trying to make fun of him now. Said, now, if he was a prophet, he would know what kind of woman was washing his feet. See? He'd know what kind of woman was around him. See, there he is. That shows the class that he deals with. I'm so glad of that. Yeah. He knows, look at that, what kind of a class of people's with him. We're the dignified. We are the church members. And look, that old sinner out there with him. That woman. We know who she is. She walks the street. You know what I'm talking about. So there, she's that type of woman. Look, that's the kind of people that hang after him. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. That's what I was. You know. I was that type of people. No good, sinner, and every one of you's the same. It hasn't come to him. You don't come just to be a member of a church. You come because there's something to be done. Jesus needs to be served. Somebody should be there. Let's do it. She never asked, Lord, will you bless me? Will you do this? No. She just washed his feet. Wiped them with the hairs of her head. You know, some of our sisters had to stand on their head to get enough hair to wipe his feet. And there her pretty curls dropped down and she wiped his feet and she's kissing his feet continually like that. Jesus is sitting and watching her. He never moved an inch. After a while, when she got through, He turned around, there was old Simon standing there with all the ministerial association, said, see? That's him. There you are. That shows what he is. He's no prophet. Look at him. He turned around and said, Simon? Oh, I imagine he was red in the face. He said, I got something to say to you. You invited me here. When I entered the door, you never washed my feet. You never kissed me welcome. You never anointed my head. You just stood there and trying to make fun of me. See? You brought me in here for that purpose. And this woman, ever since I've come, she's continually washed my feet with her tears and wiped them with the hairs of her head. And she's constantly not kissed my neck, but kissed my foot. Didn't expect nothing, did you, sister? No. But I say to you that your sins, which are many, are all forgiven. See, all the way down, she had nothing at all but just a fear that she wasn't doing the right thing, maybe. But it needed to be done, but her reward come at the end. You might hear me preach these messages. You might see the Holy Spirit discern and do great things and perform miracles. You might pray and it would never come to pass. Go on. Your reward comes at the end. Wouldn't that be better back there? Yeah, see. Do Jesus a service. That's the end time message. Yeah, the bride. God's looking for character.